Here at Headlight Revolution, we bought one of the first 2019 Rams in town to get started on headlight testing right away to get you guys the best bulbs possible. And today I can finally bring them to you. I'm going to show you guys how to install the new Supernova V4 bulbs in your 2019 Ram truck and what they look like compared to the stock bulbs against the wall in our studio. So let's get started. So we've got the truck pulled into the shop now, we got the hood popped, and I'm going to start on the passenger side for you guys and just show you how to get in here and do this. There are other companies out there telling you that you need to pull the grill and all that, pull all this off to get the headlights out. You don't actually need to do that. The way I'm going to show you is going to save you a lot of time, and it's something you can do in your driveway. So first thing you need to do, take a 5/16 socket, just loosen up this hose clamp here. Then you can just pull this intake hose toward the engine here. Just leave it like that, leave it loose. This whole box pops up and you'll be able to lift it up and just set it out of your way, exposing the headlight pretty easily. Just like that. Now, one of the main reasons that we buy these trucks and do so much testing on them and so much R&D when we first get them is for tricks like this, to make things easier for you guys. And so now with the air box out, you can reach in here and pull the dust cover off the low beam. It just twists counterclockwise, pull the cover right out. Now this is a little hard to film, but trust me, this method of replacing these bulbs is so much easier for you at home than pulling the whole front end of the truck apart. So at this point you can reach in and you can pull the bulb out of the socket. See, I've got it just hanging here now. And I found that if you pull it out like this, it's a little bit easier to work the clip and get that thing unplugged and remove completely. So push in on the connector, pull the bulb right out. So we've got our original headlight bulb out here in my left hand, and here's what we'll be installing today. This is the new Supernova V4 bulb from Headlight Revolution. It is the best bulb out of the hundreds that we've tested in this truck for the 2019 Ram. So if you bought a 2019 Ram and you missed out on the LED headlights, they didn't quite have the color you wanted, you got one with the halogen bulbs and you're like, man, I wish I would have got those better headlights, no problem. You can get these. They perform extremely well in these headlights. We'll show you some driving footage later. We'll show you what they look like against the studio. These things are insanely bright. One thing that you're gonna have to deal with reaching in here and installing this bulb is you also want this driver to end up in the headlight as well, because you want that dust cap to go back on. And it does fit. It does fit. It's a little tight. You're gonna have to work on it. But trust me, it's easier than pulling the whole front of the truck apart and yanking the headlight out. So it is possible. You'll just have to try. So one big reason that we bought this 2019 Ram when it first came out is we knew that there would be some technicalities as far as getting these bulbs to work properly in these trucks. The 09 to 18 Rams took a lot of effort on our part to develop a solution that would give you no flickering, no strobing, no warning lights on in the dash. And I'm happy to say that after owning this truck for a couple months, we've got it all figured out. We've got a perfect solution for you. And that solution is this. This is a GTR Lighting PWM module. As you can see, it's all metal. It's encased and gasketed, so no water will ever get into it. Nice braided wire connections here. And the way this works is you just grab your Supernova V4 bulb, plug it in like so, and then this plug right here goes to your factory wiring inside the headlight. The easiest way to get all this into the headlight is to put the PWM module in first, then the bulb driver itself, and then the bulb. Install the bulb in the same hole that the original bulb came out of, turn it clockwise to lock it in place, connect the factory wiring to your PWM module, and you're all done. So on the driver's side of the truck, there's no air box or anything to remove, but there are two factory ground points that if you remove them, they're 10mm bolts. If you remove them, it makes your life so much easier. They're right here and right here. With those removed, you can pull the wiring back a little bit. And honestly, this little bit of room makes such a world of difference when it comes to trying to get these bulbs installed over here. If you reach back there, you can feel the dust cover. It's pretty much right behind this bundle of wires here. And once again, it's tight. It is possible, you can do it. We've done it several times testing these headlights on this truck, and the more you do it, unfortunately, the better you get at it, but thankfully we've done all the testing for you. You won't need to install hundreds of bulbs like we have, you'll only need this one set. So we've got our truck pulled into the studio now, and I'm sure you're familiar with what this looks like. This is the low beam that came with the truck, and it only came out at 720 lux, which is your usable light output. This is what gets you down the road at night. As you can see, we got a nice beam pattern. Honestly, that's about all it has going for it. It's not very bright, but we've got a cutoff line somewhat that would kind of imitate a projector headlight. So let's see if we can make it a little bit brighter with the V4 bulbs. So we've got the V4s installed now, and this came in at 1,790 lux, which compared to the 720 we had when this truck first started out here, that's a tremendous increase. That's almost 2.5 times brighter. You're gonna see things in the road 2.5 times sooner, and the truck looks a lot more modern with these bulbs installed. Now let's see what the high beam looks like. So the high beam on this truck was actually pretty bright from the factory. It came in at 1,730 lux, which honestly, it's one of the better high beams we've ever tested here at Headlight Revolution. But as always, we can make it brighter. So let's see what the V4 looks like. Now this was insane. This came in at 3,310 lux, which up from 1,730, it's almost twice as bright. It still maintained that nice focused beam pattern in the center. It looks great, and it's shooting way down the road. You can see in our driving footage here, this thing is exactly what you need in your 2019 Ram. It's incredible that a truck that costs $50,000 from the factory doesn't come with headlights like that already. If you need anything else for this truck, you need the world's brightest reverse lights, you need fog lights to match your headlights, please visit our website at headlightrevolution.com. We've got everything figured out for these trucks. Warning free, strobe free, flicker free, everything works perfectly. You can get it at Headlight Revolution. Be sure to subscribe. We've got all kinds of videos coming out for this Ram 1500.